Hey guys, and welcome to game number 3 out of 100 of my Revenge of the Mack series, my third 100-game match against the AI-powered Scrabble bot BestBot. We split the first two games last week, going 1-1. I wasn't too pleased with my performance in game 2, though, so hoping to redeem myself for that a little bit. BestBot opening with Zebra for 52, a nice start, although I have mid-airs on my rack. So I imagine I'm going to be playing that with Zebras pretty quickly. Semi-arid plays through the E, but it's a lot fewer points. Mid-airs here, I think, is pretty clearly best. I'm going to go ahead and play that. I'm going to draw well. Okay, I have jellying through either eye. Kind of misses all the premium squares, though. That's the drawback. Yeah, like if I play it here, I mean, I hit triple letters, but with only 1-point tiles. And if I play it through this eye, I miss the double word. Well, I think it's going to be my only bingo. I guess let me at least do it this way to get one more point. I mean, let me just think. Is there any merit to not bingoing here? Probably don't have a strong enough option. Otherwise, jangly isn't... That's not how you spell jangly. That is. It's not crazy. I mean, 35 fewer, keeping E blank. Not a terrible idea. Jellying does also give back some easy plays if BestBot has an O with J-O, which is a bit of a drawback. So, yeah, could kind of go either way on this, guys, honestly. It's debatable. Normally, 35 is just a little bit too much to justify giving up for a blank. Blanks tend to be worth more like 30. This does still, other than the JO spot, do a pretty good job at blocking the top, other parts of the board. I think, usually I say, when in doubt, take the bingo. Because if you don't bingo, then you could end up having a few bad draws and ending up delaying your bingo for too long. So I'm not feeling a compelling enough reason here, guys, to forgo the bingo. I'm going to just take it. Okay. And I have another bingo, lipoidal, through this eye, which I will hopefully get down if the bot does not do something about it. If the bot does do something about it, then I have a nice play of Podia under here, which is going to score 40. It does keep 2 L's, but it scores 40 points. So wouldn't be too unhappy about that. All right, Lipoidal. Always nice to start a game off with 3 bingos. And it might be 4, because now I have Pecorino through the C. And that's pretty likely to stay open with the right-hand side of the board all blown up now. If Pecorino does get blocked, which I think is unlikely, I guess I'll just play through this L, probably Polio. All right, we're bingoing again. Love it. I won't be making it 5 bingos, though, because I have a U-less Q. The rest of my rack is not awful. Could easily see just dropping the Q for 21, or 22, excuse me. Easily drawn to, like, Learner or Relearn with 8 E's left here. Not sure it would play, but I might get a spot for it. Let's see, if that gets blocked or if I just don't really want to do that, what are other options here? Let's see, I don't really have anything under this J-O. By the way, this game is not over. Like, I'm in a very good spot, obviously. I mean, it's rare you're going to start with 4 bingos and not be in a very good spot. But, I mean, I'm up 140. There's still a blank and 3 S's and X left. There's also a lot of bad tiles, 4 U's and 2 V's. And that means I could draw those. Pretty vowel-heavy pool, interestingly, though. Wow, 25 vowels, 22 consonants. So not too often you see this early in the game, the pool already has more vowels than consonants. If you recall from any of my previous videos, I often mentioned that the game actually starts consonant-heavy, 42 vowels, 56 consonants, and 2 blanks. So when you see a pool that's even or actually has more vowels than consonants, that's a pretty significant disparity in favor of vowels. And the bot playing Goofus and Pecorinos for 33. Okay. Kind of happy to see that, honestly. Makes that whole part of the board to the southeast of that S it just played very hard to access. Those right angles are usually a good tactic for closing the board, not opening. So I'm kind of happy to see that as the player who's in the lead. Just thinking dropping Chi here, right? I mean, like, what else? What else? The leave is not terrible. Especially the bot might open and give me an 8 or a spot for a bingo, depending on what I draw. This blocks plays on the top right, opens nothing. There are 3 U's left, but even with a U, I don't think this is a great board for the Q. I would just get rid of the Q here. Okay, no 7s here. Airliner would have fit through the I, but Goofus blocked it. All right, so the bot is getting desperate here. Obviously, I'm going to do something about that. The only situation I wouldn't would be if I had a bingo elsewhere, which I don't. So, I mean, just like realign looks good to me. Doesn't take a front P, it's just purling grap line, so no pre-align. This opens nothing. It's worth mentioning there is an 8 with the G gnarlier, but it doesn't fit. Yeah, I mean, I have to block that. I mean, there's tons of INSs left for INGS, AGE words. Like, it's very, very unlikely I'm going to lose this game without BestBot tripling. So, yeah, I got to do something about that. It's a reasonable try by BestBot, you know, especially after QI. I could maybe have kept a bad rack. So, I get the effort. But, yeah, I'm just going to do this. Also, like, playing off a lot of tiles, accelerating the game with a big lead. Let's do it. It's a very good draw. Pulling both of the remaining S's. Still a blank unseen. Yeah, I'm really liking my chance. All right, BestBot is just going absolutely haywire here, just throwing open triples. Obviously, I'm going to do something about this. Just like Duras or something. There's not really a good reason to hold both S's on this board, I don't think. Especially if I can chuck one for 6 more points. Yeah, Duras, or even Daturas, Daturas. Yeah, I might actually just do Duras. I mean, I'm not really in danger of losing either way. And with AST, I probably have more chance to rack up more spread and get a bingo like from this L or this D. You know, I think it's fine to sacrifice 6 here over Daturas. Pool is also so Val heavy, and keeping the T leaves some protection against that. I'm not going to go so far as to do a Dust, though, because that could give back big plays from this T. I'll sacrifice 3 to play Duras. But I think this is fine. Yeah, let's go ahead and play that. Looks like a decent draw here. I don't think I'm going to have a bingo. Probably just play like Wet for 37. Maybe even Weta, given the Val-heavy nature of the pool. If that stays open, of course, which it might not. Oh, White might be even better. Yeah, it's 40. That is better. Okay. Of course, I couldn't have gone there before because I didn't have an E, and I also had to address the triple opening that the bot just created. So, yeah, it feels pretty hard to lose this one here now, guys, but we'll wait and see what the bot does. All right, and the bot does take that spot with EQ for 22. Not really shocked there, given the number of E's left. So, all right, what do I want to do? I mean, I could just score with Feast for 39. It's not crazy. Could just play off the W somewhere and try to bingo or something. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it might be best to just play Feast. Could play 2 for 21. There are a lot of E's left. This is a good leave. Don't have anything through this. I could play Tyke, I guess, for 29. It's not crazy either. I mean, I don't want to spend too long here, guys. Like, honestly, it doesn't really matter. I'm not losing this game regardless. But if I were going for spread, what would I do? Yeah, Tyke is not bad, especially with a Val-heavy pool. Kind of like this, I think. 29 points. ASTW is really not a bad leave with all those E's still left. Feast is also fine. WIT is a little bit clunkier, but also not awful. 2 is also kind of reasonable, but I don't know. With all those valves left, I think I'm too likely to end up with a bad rack. I think I'll play Tyke. That's a pretty good draw. Not going to be bingoing, but I can just play locks here and completely lock off the bottom right at this point. Yeah, I guess there is still a blank left. So maybe I guess another strategy for spread here is just block off the L and make sure that the bot can't bingo. Hopefully the B gets floated for Sweatbox. That would be pretty cool. Not very likely to happen, but that would be cool nonetheless. But yeah, I'm probably just going to play locks, barring an unexpected opening or something like that from BestBot here. And the bot does open on the bottom left a little bit with pain for 12. I think I still play locks. I mean, there's no hooks left for pain besides the blank. And if it does bingo under there, it's going to give me a lot of counterplay on the bottom triples. Yeah, I think I just play locks anyway, guys, honestly. I mean, if it does somehow bingo there, like I said, it's going to give me a lot of counterplay. It's not going to come close to winning the game. AESTW is a pretty good leave. Yeah, I think I just play locks here. Stick to the plan. I don't see any reason to block down there. All right, not the best draw here. But like I said, if the bot does bingo, I should still be able to do something for a solid score with my W. I could have even kept the X, actually, for counterplay, but no need. All right, so it plays Vibe. Now I will probably just play AW here and kill the bottom left once and for all. Let's see. That's a pretty crummy leave. Yeah, I think just AW, honestly. No reason, with a blank still left, no reason to mess around here. Let's just do that. And more vowels. See what the bot does. But yeah, at some point I felt like I probably was being a little too greedy trying to fish for a bingo, because with the blank left and me running into vowels, I think the bot might have been more likely to hit something. So hopefully nobody will bingo, and I'll end up winning this game by a pretty solid margin of over 150 points. That would certainly be nice, but we will see, of course, what the bot does here. Okay, hand with Singe. Okay, interesting. So now it kind of wants me to do this, right? Give it a bingo line. Yeah, it's very likely to bingo out if I do that. So I think the play, guys, might be something like, it's going to sound silly, but almost something like this. Like, it makes it almost impossible for the bot to bingo. I guess there could be nines. So maybe, yeah, I don't really... I want to try to block like natively or plays from this N. So I kind of want to put an O there. Oh, maybe this is better? I'm not even sure if that is better. You could also play with beat, but that's still going to allow probably plays with hint. I mean, there's just nowhere else for the bot to bingo, so I might as well just go all out on blocking this. Since I have both of the hooks. Yeah, what is optimal here? Is it more likely to play a 9 through... I don't see a whole lot of 9s through TO, honestly. I really don't. Or is it more likely to hit something like natively? It's probably more likely to hit an 8 from the N. Yeah, so I think I am going to play like TO here. Looks kind of silly, but I think it's right. I don't see... It doesn't mean there isn't one, but I don't see a 9 that fits. And if somehow I miss one and the bingo's out with a 9, I'll still win by like 60. But we'll see. I don't think it's going to happen. All right, I just looked it up, guys, while the bot is thinking, and it does turn out there were no possible 9s from my perspective that the bot could have had given the unseen pull. So very happy with 2 there. That was almost certainly the correct play. And yeah, now we're just going to wait and see what the bot does here. It's probably going to take its full 3 minutes and find its best endgame. I expect we're going to see something like invite from this I, just scoring and going out in 2. Maybe invert is slightly better on spread. After that, I'll just try to play like eyes or something, and I'll end up winning by probably around 130 or so. And BestBot apparently thinks Invars is going to be best. Okay, interesting. Why? Does IT have a really high scoring outplay somewhere that I'm not seeing? It's a little surprising to me at first, because that gives me some nice counterplay with YEA. So what am I missing? Where's... Oh, I guess it wants to go out with Tiz? Huh, okay. So I'm better off playing Yes then? I guess is the question. Let's calculate this. So if I play Yay, 22, It gets 17 for Tiz, 8 more for me, so that's 25. I end up netting -3. I play Yes. It's 20. Where's it going out? 10 to the end of jellying? 2, 6, 11 minus or plus 9 minus 1. I think Yes is slightly better here. I think Yes is better by 2 points, if my math is correct. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, all right. Solid win here, guys. 462, 333. Certainly starting with 4 bingos helps. I feel like I played pretty solidly after. Let's take a look. BestBot opening with Zebra. Nice draw of mid-airs for me. Clearly better than semi-arid. Jellying, yeah, close. I do think it's worth it over Jangly. It certainly worked out well. I could have played Jingly also, actually, now that I think of it, but neither of those are materially better than the other. I think Jellying is fine. Lapoidal only bingo. Pecorino only bingo. Yeah, pretty clinical start. Ooh, the bot had a blank here. Interesting. Did it have that blank for like the whole game? Wow, that's crazy. I'm not sure about I like Goofus. I mean, again, I just feel like you're kind of doing my job for me, right? You're blocking off that whole right-hand side of the board. I might play Foy, leave the S for Pecorinos. I know GISU blank isn't a thing of beauty as far as leave goes, or at least I should say GIU, that part of it, but I just think you're playing too many tiles here. You're accelerating the game. We need to slow it down. You're blocking a ton of space. I don't like this play, I'll be honest, for BestBot. I'm not here to tell BestBot how to play Scrabble, but I don't like that play. Didn't see Irreal, but no chance I'm doing that here. QI looks good. Wow, Vicuña, Vicugna, does not play. Yeah, but I mean, I get it. You can draw stuff like carvings and stuff, but is that ever going to work against a human? Like, I feel like a smart human player, if they have the Q and 6 other constants, they probably exchange instead of playing QI. And, you know, they're going to have a decent blocking play there. That's just going to further dig you into a hole. I think at this point you have a blank. There might still be enough time left. I might play Vug, try to bingo from this L. Although, of course, the problem is now I probably just block the L. Like, the only reason I didn't block the L was because it created this other monster threat I had to address. But, or how about just Guy? Yeah, actually, maybe just Guy, right? You can still draw, like, Cleaving. Yeah, I would actually do this. I mean, it's 21 more points, guys, than this. That's a lot. I would just do this. You know, you get to within 100. If I decide to block for small, you hit Cleaving for 90. You could get back in this game. I think this is better. I think this is a little too desperate. It's just too easy to block. Yeah, and now, see, like, and now the bot is just dead. Because, like, this is never going unblocked. And now it's, like, too late to do this. Because the bot has just dug itself into an even deeper hole. Now it's down 160 instead of, like, 130. Which is a sizable difference. Yeah, like, okay. Obviously, I'm going to block the left. Yeah, Dust is fine. Dachuras is fine. I'm fine with Duras. Okay. I didn't notice Wiz here. Tyke is totally fine. I honestly don't hate keeping the W with that pull too. And then if the bot bingos, I can often get a big play back with the W. I think Tyke is perfectly reasonable. Bot passing up Detainee for what reason? Why? I mean, does the bot think I'm gonna like open some triple for it? Like, I'm not an idiot. Yeah, I don't understand this one bit. Like, if I'm playing this, I'm just thinking, all right, I'm down 170, I'm losing the game. I might as well just bingo here while I can. I don't understand this play one bit, but okay. Okay, come on. I'm not doing that. Like, duh. Locks is fine. Yeah, I'm not sure I understand this whole bingo for going at this point. Like, I don't think that's a good strategy for spread. Oh, I didn't notice stall. A little sloppy. I didn't think about putting my S there. I mean, it does give back plays from the W. All is still fine, honestly. It makes it, like, impossible for the bot to bingo. Hen is a good play. I like that. And then, yeah, I think I'm happy with 2 here. That was a very nice little block. Doesn't give back any 9s. I don't think it allows any possible bingos. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think it does. So I'm happy with that play. And then, oh, shoot, I missed some stuff in the endgame, unfortunately. Yeah, I should have had that. Okay. Yeah, I got a little too... Yes, is actually pretty bad here. Yeah, I got too fixated on trying to block the bot's outplay. I just didn't occur to me, even though I saw this spot for the bot, that I could put my Y there. It's a little tricky, but I should have seen that. I hope that if it really mattered for the outcome of the game, I would have came up with it, but I didn't. All right. Still very happy with how I played this one. Obviously, like I said, drawing 4 bingos to start a game always helps, but I will take it. 2-1, up a lot of spread. Nice start to this match. Hoping to get another win on Wednesday in Game 4. As a reminder, make sure you get those predictions in for the prediction contest. That's a hybrid between this series and the Clabber series, which started last week. Predictions will close right when Game 5 gets published a week from now, so make sure to get those in. Thanks so much for your support, guys. Really appreciate it. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Thanks again. I'll see you soon for the next video. Bye-bye.